And it is Thursday at 1 o'clock, which means it is time for a YouTube Live. And we are going to make a fun little card with the Merry and Bright stamp set. It's ready for Christmas, which I know you don't realize it, but it is right around the corner. Hello, Lorraine. Appreciate you coming. I hope you enjoy the card today. So this is the Merry and Bright bundle, and it is coming very soon, like a week from today, I believe is the 6th, if my calendar in my head is right. That is a week from today. 1 week from today, the mini catalog is going live, and you will be able to get the Merry and Bright stamp set or bundle and the coordinating Merry, Bold, and Bright DSP. We've used them all today. Hello, Marva. Hi, Amy. Appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. And thank you, Marva. It's good to be back in the swing. All right, we're going to get started. This will all be on my blog tomorrow, so you don't even need to take notes or nothing. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Nancy. Appreciate you coming. I do want to give you a little scheduling note. Because there are, in fact, only 17 Saturdays between this day and Christmas, I am going to start a 17 Christmas Cards Until Christmas Saturday series. So our Saturday videos that will be at 7 o'clock on Eastern Time each Saturday evening between now and Christmas. Well, with the exception of one, and I'll tell you that. We're going to do a Christmas card. So you'll start to get some Christmas ideas as you get ready to make your cards for this season. All right, so I hope you will start to join me. Starting this Saturday, we'll start card number 1 of 17 Christmas cards to Christmas. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. I have my card cuts already done. Aren't you so happy that I have that done? Hopefully I can find them all, and hopefully I cut them all the right size. I did. Okay, so this is one of the designs in the Merry, Bold, and Bright DSP, and it features Poppy Parade, which is one of my favorite reds, and I really love it at Christmas time. And I hope you do too. I like it. It's got a little bit of orange in it, and it's very, very pretty. Hello, everybody. Appreciate you. Hi, Lynn from Nova Scotia. No, you are not from Nova Scotia. Barb is from Nova Scotia, and Lynn loves it there. There we go. See, I can catch up. Now, just a note, this does have an up and a down, so I highly recommend that you make sure you put it with the up, up, and the down, down. And it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it is the exact size, in theory, of my card front. So I'm just using a little bit of liquid glue and going to line that up as best I can. Sometimes, when you make your card front the exact same size with the DSP, you're going to find that you get a little bit of extra down at the bottom, and that really is because of this fold. You lose just a hair, so all you got to do is put it in your trimmer, put your fold at the 5 1/2 mark line, and just trim off that little barely extra. Okay, and that's all you got to do. Boom. Well, you might want to put a little bit more on there, like that. There we go. Double check that right there. Okay. And give it another little go. There we go. Okay. So with that done, we'll go ahead and fold this up and give it a burnish with our bone folder. All right. Now this is definitely a very it's a traditional card in that it's got the greens, it's got the reds, but it's very much non-secular. So if that is how you, or a secular kind of a card, not a religious card. So if that's what you like, this is a great bundle for you. I am using Flirty Flamingo as my coordinating color. And I have a small piece of the DSP here that we're going to go ahead and adhere, like so. All right. I love how fun, this bundle is fun because you can make different kinds of Christmas lights. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, one of the best parts about Christmas is the lights. I really love the Christmas lights. I'll frequently put up a tree. I hope y'all are sitting down with nothing on it but white lights. No, I don't even put decorations on it. I just put the tree up with the white lights because I really, really love it. I like to just sit with the lights. So you can have these lights, which are the kind of pointy ones, which are fun. Or there is also a design with the solid lights, the big round, more traditional lights, and you can stamp both kinds as well, and all kinds of filaments for the inside. So it's just a fun little set. You could even say it's really merry and bright. Okay, now I have some things cut out for us here. Let me dump them out. The first thing that we're going to adhere is a stylish shaped square of basic white. Thank you, Anne. Appreciate that. And we're just going to adhere it right here, right there in the middle. This is a real easy card. There's one little persnickety part, and I'm going to show it to you in just a minute, but it's so easy that it's practically not even persnickety. I'm just saying. Hey, Barb, appreciate you coming. All right, now on a piece of basic white, I am going to stamp 2 sentiments. I'm going to stamp Mary in Granny Apple Green, and then I'm going to stamp Anne Bright in Poppy Parade. And these are those kind of solid stamps where it, yeah, see, that's what mine are. My lights on my tree are all white, and I just love it. I'm going to stamp Mary in Granny Apple Green, and you will see that this leaves, I like these kinds of stamps. And this one is a very good set. The stamp itself is making nice solid images, so that's good. And then we're going to do Anne Bright in Poppy Parade. Like so. Okay. And I am shutting my ink pads because danger, danger. And then we're just going to fussy cut these. Now, the only thing easier than an envelope flap fussy cutting, which is the world's easiest fussy cut, I mean serious, is cutting these little rectangles out. And all I'm doing is I am leaving a very small border so they actually look like a die cut. And then what's fun about these is you can kind of angle them and pop them up on dimensionals, which I like to do with a sentiment. You know me, if I can find a spot to put a dimensional, I'm going to do it. I'm just saying. Because dimensionals are the staff of card life. Alrighty, there we go. There. Now we can put away this mess. Put away this mess. That was bad grammar right there. Now, these guys are essentially going to go right here, but I want to put my light string first. So my light string is going to go right about here. And this is a cool die. I cut this from some shaded spruce cardstock, and you get 2 lines of, well, it's cord, okay? And you get one that has no twist in it, and then you have one that's much more realistic, like when you pull it out of the box, and it's got some twists and some turns and some knots and some tangles, and you might say a few bad words as you attempt to untangle them. But I don't have to because I want it. So I got both of them. I'm using the one with the tangle. And all I'm going to do is just kind of measure across so that I have it going all the way across this middle piece. And then I'll just snip the end off like that because that's all I need. Before you guys came, I stamped 3 of the pointy lights. 2 of them are in Flirty Flamingo and 1 is in Poppy Parade. And then I used some of the really pretty Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green foil, and it's part of the Merry, Bold, and Bright suite. So you get a sheet of the, actually you get 2 sheets of each, 2 in Granny Apple Green, 2 in Melon Mambo. And I used the Granny Apple Green to cut 3 of the little topper doohickeys. Now, you can check this out. The dies on this are fun. So you stamp the light, and then when you cut it out, it cuts out like a tab so that you can easily adhere your little metallic topper. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm just going to put a little dibble dab of liquid glue on the top of each of those, and then adhere my die cut toppers. How cute are those? You know what? Let me do what I didn't do. I'm going to do what I didn't do. I'm going to do better than what I didn't do before. I have the little filament, and I'm going to stamp it on the, take that off, on the light first, just so I can go all the way to the top. And I am doing all 3 of them with Poppy Parade. So that one's going to be a little darker looking, but that's okay. That's okay, because it would be real if your lights were really Poppy Parade. The Poppy Parade filament would look a lot darker. See, I knew I could screw that up. All right, now let's try that again. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. And I know for certain sure you can do it after the fact, but you may have to use your Stampin' Right marker to fill in a little bit of a blank. So don't be like me. Do it before. And by it, I mean stamp the filament. Put that on first, and then use your liquid glue to add your topper. Okay, now, here comes the slightly persnickety part. Okay, but I mean, it's not so persnickety that you don't want to do it. I want you to do it like this. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of each of our lights as step number 1. Like this, because I want to pop them up, but I'm not going to pop up the cord, because that would be really hard and a total pain, and you don't want to do it. So basically, I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want everything to be, and that's like right about there. That's why I don't have the sentiments on yet, because I'm going to put them on after I put the lights on. So here's where we're going to put lights. And I'm going to go Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Flirty Flamingo, because I think that's how they would be on a light string. We're going to give them just a little bit of a play there. So they're going to be not quite straight, but not quite crooked. Okay, just like that. Actually, I think I want this one more there, like that, and this one like that, and this one gonna be a little closer, like that. Okay, so you notice I still don't have my cord hooked down, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these dimensionals, and then I am going to adhere them to the card front. Hello, Stoopsy. All right, there we go. And then we'll do the third one. Hey, Sandy. Hi, Susan. Appreciate you coming. And I'm kind of keeping them lined up because that's really how they would be. Okay, now, watch this, okay? Just watch. Don't try to do this with me, just watch. I'm going to wend this through like so. It's not very hard to do, she says, as she has a problem doing it. Like that. And then I'll put this one down through the other side. Just like that. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of liquid glue, and I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue here and a little bit of liquid glue here and one little bit there, just to hold the, thanks, Rocky, just to hold that cord in place. So I'm really just putting a tiny dab of glue right there. And you just have to kind of hold it down for a second to be sure it's going to stay, because liquid glue takes a half a second to dry. You can use your finger if you get a little bit too much. And then we'll just pick up over here. Actually, you can just kind of move it out the way. You do not need very much. I mean, it's a barely dab of liquid glue. This stuff is so good. It is so good. Once it decides it's going to hold, and you just got to give it the time it takes. But once it decides it's going to hold, done. And then this little guy, I'll put another little dab under here. And it's a pretty forgiving die cut, so you can kind of wiggle it around a little bit. There you go. And we're just going to hold it down. So now all of the lights are adhered and your cord is stuck down. Again, you got to give that a second. Thanks, Sandy. I appreciate that. Hey, Robin. Appreciate you coming. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Carol. I'm glad you were able to make it. All right. Now, let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of the sentiments. As I mentioned, if I can find a spot for a dimensional, I'm going to do it. And I found it right here, right now. Right here, right now. And we're going to do a little more stamping of lights and cords when we get on the inside. I probably shouldn't put Ann Bright on first, right? That wouldn't be making any sense. That makes no sense at all. All right. You're in my way. Okay, and we're just going to put Mary right there. And we should probably put him on right side up. And Bright right there. Actually, let's go down just a little bit. There we go. And then I've got some iridescent adhesive back discs. And you get 5 different colors. And the 5 different colors are Poppy Parade, Pool Party, Melon Mambo, White, Granny Apple Green. All right, and I'm using the Granny Apple Green ones, and I'm just going to put a few of these in these white spaces here. And these are really cool. Let me show you what is so cool about them, besides their pretty colors. Sticky area, use your embossing buddy and lightly tamp over the area. Oh, that's a very good idea, Robin. Excellent, thank you. What's cool about these is, can you see how thin they are? So they are going to add plenty of color and shine and fun, but no extra weight, no extra thickness. So they're really kind of perfect. All right, so with the addition of those, that's the end of the card front. Now for the inside, thank you, Brooke. Thanks, Bonnie. I appreciate it. I am going to stamp a couple of more sentimentes, and I think we're going to go with Merry Christmas. That seems like the right way to go. Here we go. Or Happy Christmas, sorry. I didn't want to use Merry twice. That didn't make my heart very happy, so I didn't. All right, so I'm going to stamp Happy. And I'm going to do it just a little bit crookedy. By doing it a little bit crookedy, you can pretend like you did it on purpose. So if you try to make it all straight, and I don't really like that, so I'm turning it over. Let's do it. Let's do it for real, like you mean it. With these kind of stamps, you don't want to be sissy with it, if you know what I mean. You don't want to be like tapping it. You want to stamp it down and hold it pretty good. All right. And when I mean these kinds of stamps, I mean with the solid, where they've cut the image out of the solid stamp. Does that make sense? And I don't want to use Flirty Flamingo. I want to use Poppy Parade. Hey, good idea. That is multitasking. I like it. And then we're going to stamp Christmas in Poppy Parade. And we're going to go just a little bit crookedy the other direction. This, to me, is a fun card, and putting these sentiments on an angle like that is fun. So there you go. Don't be timid. That was the word I was looking for. Sissy was not the word I was looking for, but it was all that was coming in my head at the moment. But timid is actually what I wanted. Okay, so to make our inside light string, I am going to use the light string cord image from the stamp set Merry and Bright, and we're going to stamp across the bottom at a jaunty angle. And you want it to be up high enough, because we're going to stamp some lights. And if you get this too close to the bottom, all you're going to see is the tops, and that's no fun. I know this because the first one I did, I was way too close to the bottom. So do it down there at the, isn't that fun? I love it. Okay, you know what? Let me be smart and do a little bit of time management. And I'm going to do the front of my envelope at the same time. And we're going to go like that. And the same holds true. If you want to be able to see the lights, see the light, you want to put it up far enough on the envelope that you can do that. Okay, now I can close my... Yes, see, Rocky? It's like I meant to do that, because I totally did, because making them straight, oof, that blows my brain. Okay, now, look. We have this cute little topper. Why don't I get some of that ink off? Got the cute little topper, and we're going to use that in Granny Apple Green, just like the foil on the front. And I'm just going to stamp that along the bottom. And you can make as many or as few as you want, but you know me, I'm going to always try to make an odd number of things. So I want at least 5 tops here, and I'm going to make this one go like that, just like that. And we'll do the same on the envelope. And you can have some fun with it. I was so tickled with how this little image combination came out. I kind of just laughed at myself. Here, we'll put this down there. That one's on the crook, which means it's going to make it really hard to untangle this line. And it's okay in Mary's world if one of them you can't see the light. Okay? A lot of us can't see the light sometimes, right? Okay. Now, let's stamp some lights. I'm going to clean this off because I'm not sure what I stamped with last time. All right. So on this one, I'm really only going to see 3 bulbs, right? Okay. And we're going to stamp the other ones in Poppy Parade. So I'm just repeating that alternating look on the front. Now look, if you guys want, when you make this card, you could absolutely make another 2 lights. So you could have 5 lights across here if you wanted to. I just thought 3 seemed like a good number. All right, so we'll put that there. And then this one will be the last one up here. There we go. And then we're going to clean this off and get out our Poppy Parade again. And it's okay if they overlap a little bit. Remember when you do these that the light is a little narrower than the top. So center it on that top instead of trying to align a side up. How do I know that? Because I did the first one that way. Especially this one was hard. When I did it the first time, as I was like, oh, I should line those edges up. Nope, you should not. Nope. I mean, if you do, nobody's going to go, oh my gosh, that light is just completely wrong. Nobody will do that. But, all right, and then we'll add our filaments. Aren't those so cute? This is my first time really playing with this set, and I really kind of like it a lot. I've done one other card with it, but I didn't really delve into all of the different stamps like I did on this one. There we go. Aren't they so cute? Okay, one more. And remember, it wants to be centered on the light, which means you only get to see part of it. And there we go. I know, Kathleen, isn't it right? It's really cute. It's really cute. And the colors in the Merry Bold and Bright DSP are amazing. I really love them for Christmas. You got Granny Apple Green, Blueberry Bushel, Poppy Parade, Flirty Flamingo. And there's a purple in there too, I think. Let me see. Let me see what that purple is. Blueberry Bushel, Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Melon Mambo, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, and Shaded Spruce. That's just Christmas on a paper, is what that is. Okay, and then we're going to put that on the inside of our card base. And because we did the envelope at the same time, all we got to do is put some DSP on the flap, and we'll be done. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put some of those iridescent discs in here because they're flat and they're really pretty. Hey, Jean, I know. This is when you want that darn discount. Y'all need to be signing up. Just saying. And I used Granny Apple Green, but you could use the Poppy Parade ones if you wanted. I just decided to go with Granny Apple Green. Okay, and there's our card. And for our envelope flap, I'm going to use some of the Fa La 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 La. So again, make note of up and down, because this would be alla, 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 sort of, but not really, which would be weird. Would take a lot of the Fa La 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 out of Christmas if you put it upside down. Alrighty. One more thing, world's easiest fussy cut. And we'll be done-ski. We'll be done-ski. Now, once again, I hope you will join me on Saturday. So from here till Christmas, Saturday night videos are going to have a Christmas theme. And I hope you will join. I am going to try to help you find your cards for Christmas this year. All right? There we go. 2 down. Boom chakalaka. I hope you like this. I hope you've enjoyed it. And when is celebration? Okay, just let's everybody hang tight. There is no second celebration this year. There's only the one that we had in January, February. So the next celebration will be January, February of 2004. Okay, everybody copying? Next celebration is 2004, January, February. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. Have a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Thanks. Ta.